My worldly grief. And I think God really only cares about godly grief. Like, maybe he does care about worldly grief, but like, this isn't, he's God. But right now, I've dealt with godly grief, but right now I'm really dealing with a lot of worldly grief, which I kind of want to just vent out, because I don't know if I could really pray about it. No, I had decent parents, They weren't really bad people. They weren't bad people. I don't know if they're gonna end up in heaven because they're devout Muslims, but I had good parents. They thought that what they did was the right thing, and I really do believe that. Like, even though they are caught up in the deception of Islam, it's, I know some of you guys in the comments who are Christians, you're gonna say, "Oh no, nah, your parents are liars and everything," and you know, I mean, it doesn't really matter what anyone else thinks, but basically, like, yeah, people are just caught up in deception. Maybe I'm caught up in deception, but yeah, they made sure I had a fairly fun childhood. Although I do think my parents kind of exposed us, like me and my siblings, to electronic devices at a young age, and that probably isn't really good for us. This probably isn't really good for children. And my mom didn't like it, but I don't know. My dad was pretty lenient with it. That's here nor there. I mean, I did experience love and affection, although a lot of times I was put down by a lot of family members verbally. But I'm not going to dwell on that too much. But they let me live with them past 18. Some parents want to kick their children out at 18. Had a computer, a really fast, powerful computer. I was gonna make these superhero videos, and maybe I could have gotten a bit popular off of that. I had a nice desk where I had all my art supplies and books, comic books. I was sleeping on the floor, and I thought at that, well, before I moved, I was sleeping on the floor because, well, our room was a little small, and I thought floor sleeping was healthy. I thought it was good for the back. I'm grateful for having a bed. I don't want to sleep on these tiles. So, but I had this thin blanket, and I had a really comfy blanket at the crib. And I miss my autistic brother. I'm a really sweet kid. I miss him. I miss all my siblings, but siblings are gonna be siblings. I miss my little sister, little sister. She's a preteen now. She ain't so little. I miss going to the store with my mom. Helping her with supplies and stuff. Yeah, worldly grief. And the thing that sucks about it is like I just want to escape it all. Like I don't think I'm possessed by a demon or anything, but I just wanted to escape it. For some reason, I just hated my life so much. Like I was into too many different things, and I just wanted more harmony in my life. I wasn't disciplined, and I would get obsessed with one thing every 6 to 12 months, and my life just felt my life just felt like it was in chaos. And I was into all these self improvement videos on, if you want to be a man, move out of your house and stuff. Now I can't blame the self improvement videos for me making my decision. Of course, I made that decision on my own terms. A lot of it was fear based. Anyone who's contemplating on leaving their parents, like, you don't know how good you have it. Because I remember that day when I just felt like I remember that day when I felt like I really just had to move out of the house because I felt like I was fulfilling some God driven plan. And my parents were all distressed. I was running away from the religion, and I was watching all these disturbing videos on disturbing Christian. Like, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes Christianity can be really disturbing. Yeah, it's probably blasphemy. Sorry, God. Sorry. It's probably blasphemy, but it could be straight up disturbing. Like, when I think about it, it was just disturbing. It's like, in the day after that, I'm thinking that I'm just going to hell because I blasphemed the Holy Spirit. Like, I'm thinking that I did it, like, some time ago, like, a few years ago or something. And I'm just in the worst depression ever. Like, I never experienced that type of grief like that. Um, you know, I wonder if God is actually keeping me alive just to laugh at me. And okay, I probably shouldn't say that. I probably shouldn't say that. I know and sorry, God. Sorry, Aloha. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Sometimes I really wonder why. Like, I'm not strong. I'm not that strong. I'm not gonna say I'm weak or anything, but I don't know. I'm not that strong a person. Like, deny yourself daily. What does that mean? Like, I know what it means. It means like deny your flesh of what your flesh naturally craves. Food, water, shelter, friendships, intimacy, sex, love, um, comfort, convenience, reputation, a good reputation. It's like at first I wasn't like I don't know when the first time I read the gospel, but the only I really don't know what made me so interested in Christianity. Like I thought it was more of a spiritual thing, and it is. It is, but it's like eventually when I read the gospels over and over again, when I read more of them instead of just reading Matthew and Mark, like I started realizing what the true message was, and it's like I didn't want to be Muslim because like I'm thinking if I had to be Muslim I gotta like succumb to all these things or I'm not really a Muslim. But for some reason I felt like Christianity wasn't really all about that. It turns out it is. And I know, shame on me. It's not the gospel's fault. It's not Jesus' fault. It's my weak fault. Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm probably not. I'm gonna say I'm probably. I'm probably not worthy of Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, I said it. I hope I am. It's like I know we're in the end times. It's like from Islamic eschatology, which I was into years ago, to Christian eschatology, like the signs are here, and like there's no denying them. There's no denying that time is going faster. The sun is way brighter than it used to be maybe 30 years ago. You know, men are women, women are men. Everything is flipped upside down. You know, lack of love, fornication being widespread. You know, Mark of the Beast. Like the Mark of the Beast is probably gonna be something. It's gonna be something crazy, but it's like so many people are gonna take it, and it's sad. Like most of these people that are walking around here, you think they're just regular people. It's like they're gonna end up being damned to hell. And really, it's because they just want to live a normal life, and also because they put their own flesh above above their faith in God, which you know God's wisdom is infinitely higher than mine. But you know, but I think the mark of the beast is something more than just something you need in order to buy and sell. I think it's I know there's a part in the book of Revelation. I haven't read the book of Revelation in a while, but there's a part in there where it says men will be trying to find death, but they won't find it. So I was reading this comment that was talking about the mark of the beast, and maybe it'll change. Like I think it's supposed to change the human being's DNA to make them like superhuman. Maybe that's why like superheroes are so like popular these days. I like superheroes, but you know, a lot of this is probably satanic. But yeah, this is my worldly grief. Um, God bless everybody.